Thank you very much. So one of the things that's come up more recently, because there's a name change. It's used to be called Google My Business, and now it's called Google Business Profile. So they changed the name. Why did they change the name? Because they're Google. Now, in case you're not familiar with what that is, let me just do a quick screen share. Do I have capabilities? Yep, I do. Okay. Let me know when you guys can see my screen, please. There you go. All right. So just as an example, here we go. Google Business Profile, Google My Business, is what shows up over here on the right when somebody searches for your business. All right. So Digital Maestro here, we have a page here. I have another site that's kind of a sample site that I use for training and things. Website done for you. And you can see there's similar kinds of information. Now, for those of you who don't know anything, Google Business Profile is a free platform that's provided by Google that business owners can use to manage their online presence through the whole Google controlled realm. If you want, you can think of this kind of as Google's equivalent to services kind of like Yelp or Facebook Places or Bing Places. But, when you think about the fact that Google has by far the biggest market share when it comes to internet related services, it's basically the thing that's, I just tell people it's absolutely essential. So the bottom line, you really need to tend to your Google Business Profile listing if you have a business, especially if it's your own, to help things like getting the local 3-pack, and I'll talk about what those are. And the reason why they changed the name is they kind of changed things a little bit. The way to manage this now is going to be through search as well as map listings. So when somebody searches for you on Google Maps, you'll also show up there and you'll be able to get it. So the thing that's really new with this is that changes are coming up, as I said. So you know what, let me just do this. Let me jump in and show you, if you haven't claimed your business, this is something that you absolutely, positively need to do, all right? So you can just search for a Google Business Profile, or if you remember it, you can go to google.com/business like you see here, okay? Now I'm already logged in, but if you weren't, there'll be a little button over here that says log in or sign in. You can just do that. If you've never claimed your business, and this is going to be tough, going on a whim here. Should have practiced, rehearsed, knowing what I was doing. But here in Somerville, let's go Redelico. We have a paint store, Redelico's. Okay. So it looks like they've claimed it because they have all kinds of reviews and things. But if your business shows up here and you haven't claimed it, you would want to click on this button that says own your business. Okay. Can you see that? Let me zoom in a little bit. Yep. Okay. So here it says own your business. You could do it that way. Or when you log in, right, from google.com/business and sign. Oh, here's the sign in. It's up here. Always, right, you can sign in. And I'm already logged in. You can see there's several businesses that I'm currently managing for clients. You'd be able to add a business. Okay, so click on add a business, add a single business. And now it's going to just ask you, what's your business name? What's the address? What's the phone number? Who are you? And kind of that basic information. The next step is where things start to get fuzzy because it's Google. All right. You need to verify your business ownership of this before you can do anything with it. And that can happen in a couple ways. One is Google can be in a good mood and they go, boom, you're now verified, just like that. 90% of the times, however, they're going to actually send you a physical postcard with a code on it that you will then have to log back in whatever time it takes, 3 to 5 days for you to get it, put in the code. Once you do that, it goes, boom, now you're verified. Okay. Well, what good is all of this now that you're verified? Okay. So I'm going to come over to here to website maintenance done for you. This is, excuse me, an actual live site. Not much is there. Like I said, it's just used for training. But once you're here and you're logged in, there's a few things that I consider you have to do. Okay. Number one is edit your business information. Okay, edit your business information, because when you come here initially, you're going to be very bare. It's not going to have anything. Okay, so you're going to click on edit your business information, and you've already would have entered your business name as part of the verification process. Okay, and the thing that you want to do is create your description. Okay, your description that you use, you want to make it keyword rich. You want to talk about the services that you do. You want to let people know, obviously, what your business is about. So when they come there, they can see that. And keep in mind, because it's Google and this is really great for SEO, you want to put in, as I mentioned, those keywords. So I've got here, and let me just show you how you can edit. You just click here. You get 750 characters. So I just simply put in, as you can see, let us take care of your website management maintenance. We handle all the backups, update, malware scanning, update, monitoring, and all your website needs. Right, so it's going to have some keywords that I really want to be found for, like malware scanning, monitoring, website management, maintenance. Okay. When you do that, the magic of Google is it will actually figure out or try to see what your business category is. Sometimes they can do a good job with it. If they don't, you can edit it, and you could put in, it used to be up to 3 categories. Now, the categories probably are not going to be the best categories that you would want to if you could just type them in. So for example, let's say we've got some health people here. If I just start to put in health, the health categories are health spa, resort, counselor, consultant, food store, beauty shop, restaurant, health insurance. Then we're getting kind of into other kind of areas. So depending on what you do, you just kind of pick the best fit. Okay. Having the right category is going to be key, along with that search engine magic that happens behind the scenes. So you want to make sure that if they don't give you a good one, pick the closest. Okay. The next thing, as you can see up here, now there's a couple ways to go around and do this. Since we're here, I'm just going to say your hours. Originally, there will be no hours selected. But what you want to do, because this is something that's important for search engines, and when people come and they search for things, especially on mobile, they want to see when you're open. Okay. So the hours, you have certain choices. What are your kind of main hours? By default, it's going to come up and say, don't show any business hours. If you have a regular retail shop or a way that people normally contact you, even if you're working from home and you keep set hours, go ahead and click on the main hours. If you're temporarily closed to, I don't know, due to a pandemic that pops up, or your seasonal business, right? An ice cream store might not be open during the winter. You can mark it that you're temporarily closed. Or if you're completely shut down, if you're completely shut down, you're not going to be setting this up. But if you ever do have to shut down for whatever reason, you can mark that you're permanently closed. Okay. You can just easily select the days that you're open. So if I'm just available Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, maybe I'm coming in earlier on Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesday's my long day. Oof, I hate Wednesdays for that. Okay, we can set those times. Another good thing is holiday hours. As holidays come up, so March, let's say you're going to be closed for St. Patrick's Day because, guys got to do what a guy's got to do. You can mark down that you're closed on St. Patrick's Day. It's a great idea to keep your business hours up to date, because hypothetically, let's say you just say Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, even though, Tuesdays, I really start at noon. Well, if somebody came to my business at 10 o'clock on Tuesday because I did not have the right hours, they could potentially leave a negative profile, something that you don't want, right? So that's why it's important here. But the next thing kind of want to talk about is you'll want to, actually, let me go back here. When you log in, let me show you what that looks like real quickly. So here, sorry, wrong one. Log in here. Where did I go? Sign in. I thought I was signed in. And let me go to that business that I was just kind of playing around with. Okay, this is what it looks like from the inside. You can see that Normally I talk too quickly. I'm trying to talk a little slower today, but there's a ton of stuff that you can manage. Okay. One of them that you would like to do, and I recommend doing this on a weekly basis, is a post. Now, this is not a whole complete blog post. It doesn't have to be that much. But things that you want to do are, you can create an offer. So if we post the first offer, it's basically allowing you to go and update an image, put in a title. You can have a starting date and an ending date for this offer. And then as far as the more details, you can add a coupon code if you want. This is where you're going to type in, come in, buy 2 for 1 or whatever the case may be. And you can put a link back to your website. So this can drive traffic there as well. You'll see there's different types of posts that they're going to allow. I've got a COVID-19 update that I put up actually just yesterday, an offer. You can let people know, hey, here's what's new. Post an event that you might be doing if you're doing a webinar or a training online, or even if it's something that you're doing in person. If you're going to be speaking at somebody else's event, if you're at the public library giving a talk, this is a great way to help promote that. And by doing these, adding these posts on a regular basis, it also kind of like when you update your website, it lets the search engines know that you're constantly updating, you're evolving, you're adding content. The same thing happens here with Google Business Profile. So that's the highlights. I hope it helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks a lot.
Hey, Dennis, not Dennis, sorry, Paul, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So I actually started this process just recently. It's like my to-do list forever, and I finally started it last week. I'm waiting for my postcard. As far as the hours, I don't have set hours, and I'm kind of available 7 days a week by appointment, and there's really no way to put that there. So what would you suggest?
So for when it's by appointment only, that's something that you can probably put in as a post and kind of update so that at least people know. Okay. You could also hide the hours so they don't know, and make that in your description, we're by appointment only, so that we can better serve your individualized schedule, right?
Okay,
kind of turn it into a plus.
Okay, excellent, thank you.
Sure.
Hey, Paul, I have a question too. When the profile shows up on the right-hand side, there are some pictures at the top. Is that pictures that I would provide, or does Google provide them?
Yes. So the idea is, had I had more time to show you how to put those photos in there, you're allowed to actually have 3 categories. You can put your logo, you can have your cover, which is kind of the main big one, and then any other images. So you can upload those. You can also upload videos. And the thing with Google Business Profile is other people can also upload their own images. So people you don't even know might be doing that. And, you think about it, if you were a restaurant, that would be really favorable, because people are always posting pictures of their food so people could see. People leave reviews, and when they add images to those reviews, those show up there as well. So photos definitely are something that you want to do. 10 minutes does not give it justice. Sorry. Right. So that's why I said, when you get it and you verify it, go through that whole list down the left side and just kind of see what they do. Questions, let me know.